Hello, all you Madden players and YouTubers out there. This is Preach Riley, and we're coming at you with another Madden 25 video gameplay. We got a couple of the hardest hitting teams in Madden 25, the Cincinnati Bengals and the San Francisco 49ers. And if you know anything about Madden 25, is hit power means fumbles. So you don't even have to have hit power necessarily in 25 to get fumbles. But certainly if you got it, stay tuned. Because there's going to be some big hitting. You know, who's going to come away with the fumbles and boom. Look at the sack. We'll just have to stay tuned. This game, now I got this kind of backwards because usually I focus on my passing and getting that down. But for whatever reason, I went in this game and thinking I'm just going to run it, you know, as much as possible, or at least more than I have been, I should say, not as much as possible. And boom, short pass play, looks safe, but there's that power, so we're down 1-0 on turnovers. 49ers get the first big hit in. That really means something. And, you know, now he's just taking this to us. And, man, the quarterback sneak is a problem this year. So, I mean, I don't know. It was even tough on 13, but now it's just like, just even forget about it. So, the only thing you can hope for is the person doesn't think about going for a quarterback sneak, you know, if that's just not something that he's used to doing. And, man, bad stick right there. That really should have been a much bigger gain. But what can you do? So, we're going to dive. And, fortunately, we don't get hit as we dive because we know that produces fumbles right there in itself. So, you know, hopefully, you know, it'd be, you know, EA does pretty good. I think they do pretty good. I mean, you can't make a game perfect. You try to fix something and perhaps you over-adjust, but what can you do? You know, little by little. We'll see what happens for next year's Madden, or, you know, if they patch this game in the year, then we'll see. We'll see how it is, but I think it's a good game. But the hit power is a problem. I do just think that right there, another fumble, but fortunately we recover that one. It would be nice though that like tight ends and running backs could get down as well. I mean, if the hit power is going to be this serious, you know, give them the opportunity that if, you know, the player has awareness and wants to get down, that they're able to get down. Instead of having to dive like that, because, I mean, that can be just as dangerous. And we know that covering the ball doesn't work against hard-hitting teams like the 49ers. I mean, I don't know how many times that I've had the cover ball button held down, and they still just light you up. So that's one thing. That's one of the problems I do have with 25. The hit power is a little too real, but that's all right. That's all right. You know, each year you got to adjust to what's going on. Just like the real NFL, they got to adjust to rule changes. They got to adjust to, you know, things that other teams are doing and what they like to do. And Johnson, man, you got to keep a hold of the ball there, son. But it did overturn, but unfortunately he is done for the game. So there goes my read option, and there goes the drop pick. But I am enjoying 25, although certainly some of these games Monday were frustrating. It seemed like every game just felt hard. Not even necessarily that it was because of the person. Although I still do feel that a lot of times my opponent is better than me. But, you know, because of the schemes that I have, I'm able to pull out victories. But, you know, it just seemed hard. Just whatever reason, Monday. I think part of it had to do is Saturday, which is the last day that I played before Monday. Yeah, I was trying to, you know, lab and do a lot of things of my own, you know, come up with a couple different blitzes and stuff. And so when I go into the game, I think, you know, I just had a little too much. I'd been going over too much stuff instead of, you know, so I didn't have a clear picture of what I was doing. I was a little off. It felt like on almost everything. So definitely before I play the next time I play will be Saturday. So, and this is Thursday night. The Denver Broncos just beat the Ravens about 10 minutes ago. So that game ended about 10 minutes ago. Super excited for the Broncos winning their first game. Definitely had me worried at the first there. But yeah, so I'll play, the next day I'll play is Saturday. But I'm definitely going to just focus on practicing this and polishing a little bit, a couple things on defense, because the next game I'm going to upload after this was definitely a challenge. I had a really hard time dealing with the person, and I think the person was good. I just felt like the person was good, but it gave me, ooh, we get us a fumble, yes! So there's that hard hitting. Tell you what, Mays, he's nice. I like Mays quite a bit. So he gets me a lot of turnovers. Between Mays, Harrison, that Maluka, I don't know how to say his name, but number 58, and then Perfect. The only thing about Perfect is the offensive player almost has to run right into him because he's slow. So it's not like he's going to be running across the field and getting somebody too often. But definitely, if you're heading his way, he's going to be able to put it on you. And there's that fumble, trying to dive to avoid a big hit. And, that's a problem. Right there, if I had a faster back end, maybe I'd get in right there with Bernard. But I'm trying to do everything I can to make sure I don't fumble. And play more not to lose, I guess, than to win, so to speak. Make sure we get something out of that drive. And we do go up 6 points. So, of course, the reasoning there is now no matter what he does, I just need a field goal to win. He has to have a touchdown, and boom, another big hit and forced fumble, but again, he recovers. So that's all right. We're going to keep fighting. We're going to keep hitting him, and we're going to keep giving him touchdowns. So he scored right there, or he scored on the next one. I just had bad editing. I couldn't even tell, but now we're going to drive down. This is the free tip that Route Combo posted up on his channel. This is, I think, the first time in the game that I'm running it. And sometimes I come out early, and so people think about it. This time, I come out with a late. And I'll go ahead and show it since it is a free tip out there on Route Combo's channel. But just a nice play. I decided to leave it flipped on that last play, which gave AJ Green the streak, and this time go with his normal route. And very effective the play. Suggest you check Route Combo out. It's part of the ebook. It's a very nice ebook. I really enjoy it. So historically, I have trouble implementing offensive ebooks, but with this ebook, I feel that is nice. It's something you can start putting into practice pretty quickly, even if you're a fairly new beginner. But there's going to be nice stuff for everyone, even if you're a better player. So definitely a nice selection of plays for all kinds of different scenarios. It's just a matter of choosing the right plays for the right scenario. So certainly Route Combo will help you with that. And so check him out. So here he's driving down. We got the lead. And, now we need to stop him. So, even if he gets a field goal, then he gets the win. And the problem because it's lower on time, you got to figure that if he does get down here, there's not going to be hardly any time to come back. So, it's really big that we stop him right here. He is already in field goal range. So, and unfortunately we don't stop him, and he does get the field goal. So, does not look good for us. One timeout, 40 seconds left. It's going to take something special in order to be able to come back. And so we go back to this play. Nice play, Route Combo, let's go. And I was so excited. I was like, yes, let me go. But I should have been thinking better. I should have just dove down. I should not have scored. I should have just ran out the clock and then kicked a game-winning field goal. But there you go. I'm emotional. When I played this game, I was super pumped and excited because I love, nice hard-hitting defense, and because that was the kind of game that this was, I was pretty pumped and pretty excited. But Fortunately, guys, we are going to get a stop. We're going to stop them short of the field goal. I mean, not the field goal, but keep them out of the end zone. With this play coming up right here. Next play, stay tuned. But I want to thank you all for checking out the video. You know, congratulate the Broncos for the first win, and Ravens, you know, keep your head up. But you all have a great night. Hasta luego.